So what we're going to do now is go through and learn how to prepare a 941. So I'm going to start by looking at this payroll register. And let's see, let's start with this guy. So let's just look at this for a second. This is a weekly payroll register. Looks like I have 4 employees. And this wouldn't really happen in the real world, but we're going to assume that the regular and the overtime is the same week after week after week. So how many paychecks are there if you pay weekly in a quarter? If you pay weekly, how many paychecks are there in a quarter? There's 52 in a year, divided by 4 equals 13. So I need to tell you how many checks are cut in each of the 3 months. Because 2 are going to be 4 and 1 is going to be 5, and I do that right here. In April there were 4 paychecks, in May there were 5 paychecks, and in June there were 4 paychecks. I wouldn't need to tell you that if it was monthly, there'd just be 1. Or if it was semi-monthly, there'd just be 2. But if the paycheck's weekly or bi-weekly, I gotta tell you. So it looks like I've got 4 employees, fairly, not particularly high-paid folks. My payroll register shows that I've taken out some FICA, some FIP, some STIP. They pay some union dues, and there's their net take-home pay. And what we want to do is get this payroll register converted to get into your 941. Okay? So, and somebody help me out with this. I'm so bad with this. Isn't there a way to get shared screens? There we go. Am I doing it? Look at how clever I am. Okay, so let's go ahead, starting here, and use the information. And you guys can pull this up and put it on your screen. It's under the Moodle under that first topic called Announcements and Miscellaneous Documents. And all the way at the bottom it says something like Payroll Registers to Practice 941. Okay, so go ahead please and fill in the top based on the information I give you about bank. I don't think I give you the address, but just the other items. You guys remember what the EIN is? Where did they get that? Right, they fill out an SS4, and does the Social Security Administration give it to them or the IRS? Whenever you see a form starting with SS, that means it's a Social Security form. Just make something up. I don't think I had an address in here.
But you gotta do, obviously your side of it is ideal, but if you're filling that out like we are, is it block lettering or is it?
Block lettering's probably best, yeah.
And there's no real requirements.
No. Well, yeah, you have to have black ink, but I want you to do it in pencil because you may have. So, and I just made up the address. All I gave you is the EIN, and then I want you to go over and I tell you on the payroll register what quarter we're in, right? Okay. Part 1, line 1, how many employees are there? 4, tab. Wages, tips, and other compensation. Now, this report is for what time period? Write the title. The quarterly report. This payroll register is for what time period? Write the title. Write the title. Banner drugstore. weekly payroll register. So if I'm gonna get those gross wages into a quarterly report, what do I have to do with them? Yeah. Are you gonna take gross pay or net pay? Gross. Let me give you 2 sets of instructions. So yes, you're gonna take gross pay. This is a weekly payroll report. This is a a weekly payroll register, a quarterly report. So obviously you're gonna go times 13. And then the next line you can also fill out too, federal income tax withheld. And it's right up there, but you gotta convert it from weekly to quarterly. So I'll give you a couple minutes to do that. It's really just a couple multiplications.
Are you looking for that bit? I didn't see that. I Are you looking for it? In the file? Yeah. I don't know, I just don't know what it says.
I was almost there, thank you. You have to change the Excel sheet to the sheet one, where it says Banner Drug.
Oh yeah, there's 2 companies up here, Banner Drug and Sure Value, make sure you're on the right one. $2,209 times 13 paychecks. My gross wages are $28,717. My federal income tax, I took $162 a paycheck, 13 paychecks, 2,106, right? Does that make sense? All right. There's a lot of things that can happen on these to make them very complex. We're not going to do any of it. It's just going to be straight up. So now I'm on taxable Social Security wages. It's no different from line 2. Fill that out and do the multiplication.
Why don't we multiply by 13?
Because there's 13 weeks in a quarter.
On this it says there's 14 paychecks given.
On what?
April 4, May 5th, 5 paychecks, June 4 paychecks.
That's 13. 5 plus 4 plus 4 is 13.
So on the roll, I just pulled it up, it's different numbers.
So,
For gross pay, I have 2214.
Are you on Sure Value?
Oh,
Banner
I'm
Drug.
sorry.
You're fine.
So would it be times 13 since it is a quarter?
Now, what if this was a monthly payroll register? How would you convert monthly to quarterly? How many paychecks in a quarter do you get paid monthly? 3. How many paychecks in a quarter are paid semi-monthly? 6. 2 a month, 3 months. 2 checks in April, 2 checks in May, 2 checks in June. If it's weekly or bi-weekly, I have to tell you how many checks in the month because it's not the same.
Okay.
If it's semi-monthly or monthly, you just know there's 3 months in a quarter. And so if I made monthly, you gotta multiply by 3. If I made semi-monthly, you gotta multiply by 6. We're gonna practice another one of these today, and then you're gonna have homework, and we're gonna reinforce it on Wednesday. Okay. So, I go ahead, I get my wages in there, right? Why am I multiplying by 12.4 here? Who's completing this return? The employer or the employer? The business. Why am I multiplying by 12.4 here? Because they're paying both shares. They withheld part of it from you, and then they've got to match the other part. Plus 6.2 is 12.4, right? So finish that. And then also, they've got Medicare, and then tally it up down here, and I'll meet you on line 5E. So 28,717. $35.60.91, right? And then the 28,717 times 0.029. Tyler, how did they get that number to 0.029? Yeah, it's 1.45 plus 1.45, both shares. So when you get to line 5E, you're basically totaling up both shares. You're tallying up both shares of Social Security and HI, aren't you? So what did you get? So just at looking at this, what do you think the employer is going to have to pay the IRS? What numbers from what we have here are they going to have to write a check for? Do they have to pay the $43.93.70? Sure, that's employee plus employer share. What else do they have to deposit? FIT. Here's my FIT. Here's both shares of Social Security. And remember, this return is FICA FIT. So once you tally those up, you're going to get line 6 and 10.
So there's a reason you call it FICA FIT?
So that you say it to yourself to remember to do both shares.
Both FICA's for employee and employer.
Yeah.
I like how you say it. You put emphasis on it.
Well, because otherwise you forget.
I was just kept wondering why.
So tally it up and get it into line 6 and 10. We're not going to do any of these
And
adjustments.
they'll be the same value.
One more time.
They'll be the same value.
Yeah, 6 and 10 are gonna be the same because we're not doing any adjustments.
Okay.
And again, this can get a hell of a lot more complicated, but we're just gonna do the very easy ones. And actually, that also goes to line 12. Line 13, how much did I deposit? I asked you guys to memorize the deposit slide for today. What can you tell me about deposits? How often do we have to deposit? It depends. The answer is it depends. The IRS is going to give you one of 2 payment methods, deposit methods. I don't know.
I'm not sure.
You guys have to memorize that slide. You have to.
2 sides.
2 slides on deposits.
One was the quarterly, right?
You have to go memorize those slides. I told you to do that for today. It's a narrative. It's either monthly or semi-weekly. If it's monthly, you've got to deposit on the 15th of the next month. If it's semi-weekly, you have about 3 business days. Yeah. And then there's 2 exceptions. One, if you're really huge and over $100,000, you have 24 hours. And if you're really small, and less than $2,500 in a whole quarter, you just hold on to your money and send it in with this tax return. You have to memorize those slides. I have to tell you how much you deposited, you don't know. So that's got to be somewhere on the spreadsheet. Oh, look at right here, 941 deposits made, $6,500. They're a monthly depositor. The amount of the actual deposits go in line 13. And I've got to tell you that. You can't calculate that. I've got to give you that information. Maybe they deposited correctly. Maybe they didn't deposit correctly. Maybe they didn't deposit at all. You don't know until I tell you.
So they overpaid like 30 cents.
So you get down to the last 2 lines, and it's balance due or amount overpaid. Are you going to ask the IRS to send you a check for 30 cents?
Yeah.
No. Anything less than $1, you just draw a line through the box. I can't actually draw a line because it's a PDF.
Is that a law or?
No, that's Lisa. That's how Lisa does them. So just draw a line through it. Otherwise, you'll have correspondence forever over this 30 cents. Who cares?
On 15.
On line, no, 15, overpayment.
Yeah.
I don't want them to apply it to the next return. I don't want them to send a refund. I'm just putting a line through it, and I'm going to page 2.
They say that's 30% due. Bill for 30 cents.
No, they won't, actually. Don't forget to put the name of the company and the EIN in again on page 2.
I think I'll take 1.
Pardon?
I'm sorry, I thought the instructions were only for page 1.
No, the first 2 pages, not all 4. Okay, this page is pretty. Just see if you can follow what's going on here. Okay, so now we're on the second, we finished page 1, right? Page 2, don't forget to put your name and EIN on there. And then it says, tell us about your deposit schedule and your tax liability for this quarter. So was line 12 less than $2,500? No. If it was, that would make me one of those really small guys. And I wouldn't have to fill out anything more. I would just put my check with the tax return because I would have had to deposit during the quarter. But I'm not. It's not under 25. You were a monthly depositor. Is that what I was? Yep, because I told you. And then it says, enter your tax liability for each month. How are you going to figure out, and again, April 4 paychecks, May 5, June 4, how are you going to figure out how much liability, how much they owed after each paycheck? Because once you figure out how much they owe for one paycheck, then you can just multiply by 4 paychecks, 5 paychecks, and 4 paychecks for the 3 months. How are you going to figure out up here how much they owe for one paycheck? And I said it out loud before. Like the fuck is that? So figure out that number. How much do they owe after one paycheck? And I'm just going to add it up right off the register. FICA plus FICA plus FIT. One paycheck, I owe $499.98. So if I'm trying to convert that to the 941, they want to know how much I owe per month. What do I multiply that $499.98 by to get it to a month? Michaela? Go ahead.
Just for the month?
Yeah, because a part 2 on my 941 says what? How much do you owe for month 1? How much do you owe for month 2? And how much do you owe for month 3? Not 3. In the first month, how many paychecks did I run?
4.
In the second month, how many paychecks did I run? 5. In the third month, how many paychecks did I run? 4. So fill out part 2. We know how much you owe for one paycheck, and we know how many times you paid in a month. So again, it's just now.
There's 2 different numbers for the same 4 paychecks. April, June, 1, then another 4, 6 off.
I'm going to show you why. 498 times 4. So technically, if you add them up, that's how much I owed all quarter, right? $499.98 times 4 times 5 and times 4. If they paid monthly, would those numbers be different? They'd be the same. What's the problem? What does it tell me that was equal? Go back and see if it equals line 12. Should be super close. How many cents is it off by? I think it's off by 4 cents. Line 12 is $64.99.70. This is $64.99.72, so it's off by 2 cents. And it's got to equal it. So all I'm going to do is go round this down by 2. and voila, it equals. You can't do that for $50. You can do that for 10 cents, 20 cents, 50 cents.
It has to be equal.
And then you go down to part 5 and you sign it, and that's about all she wrote. Now, you're like, oh my God, shuttle launch learning at 9:41. We're gonna start another one, we're gonna finish it on Wednesday, we're gonna go over your homework for Wednesday. And you need to look at your review by Wednesday so that if you have questions on the review, you can ask me. Basically, Wednesday will just kind of be your day. We'll finish at 9:41, and then I'll be like, what kind of problems do you want to learn? And I can just pick them up. But let's spend the last 5 minutes starting the next 9:41. So this time we're going to the sure value. And they're a bi-weekly payroll register. Do I have to tell you how many paychecks for bi-weekly? I do. And I did. And this is going to be easier because it's only 2 a month. It's the same each month. So pull up your second 941, get the information in, and let's just work the last 5 minutes towards our second 941. I'm going to shut off the TechSmith relay now and just allow time to work.